Warns of known assassination plot just as Obama is caught in secret meeting. President Donald Trump is facing some of the most important months of his presidency, which the Democrats have thwarted every step of the way like no one has ever seen before on Capitol Hill. A trusted Trump insider has just warned of a real and present danger to our president that is shocking the most seasoned journalists, just as we learned that Obama was caught in a secret meeting, and the agenda for that meeting will blow you away. H.R. McMaster has been under fire after it was discovered that he was firing Trump loyalists from the National Security Council. One of those loyalists, Rich Higgins, penned a memo that has been leaked, and it was meant to warn Trump of a possible coming assassination plot if the deep state is not successful in removing him from office. Higgins is well respected and an expert on the Middle East, cultural Marxism, and Islam. Richard Higgins ran the Pentagon's Combating Terrorism and Technical Support Office before joining the President's National Security Team from UTT's Understanding the Threat perspective. Higgins was the most knowledgeable and strategically savvy man inside the national security apparatus with regards to the Islamic movement and its marriage to the hard-left Marxist movement, reported Counter Jihad. The firing of Higgins by McMaster sent shockwaves throughout the Trump loyalists in the administration, and now we have his memo, and boy is it troubling. After outlining in detail the very real dangers Trump faces from the leftists who are in cahoots with the Islamists, Higgins' conclusion ascertains Trump's situation and his foes are eerily similar to Abraham Lincoln's, who we know ended up assassinated. Higgins warns the recent turn of events give rise to the observation that the defense of President Trump is the defense of America. In the same way, President Lincoln was surrounded by political opposition both inside and outside of his wire in both overt and covert forms, so too is President Trump. Had Lincoln failed, so too would have the Republic. Higgins also noted globalists and Islamists recognize that for their vision to succeed, America both as an ideal and as a national and political identity must be destroyed. Higgins states, the defense of Trump is the same as defending America, so when he says globalists and Islamists are out to destroy America, destroying Trump would seem far easier for them, and if successful, they destroy America at the same time. Higgins' memo is written as a sort of thesis to protect him from certain entities like McMaster, who he was working for when it was written back in May. It was his attempt to warn anyone who would listen, and that's when McMaster knew Higgins would have to be fired. Lee Stranahan, the reason McMaster wanted Rich Higgins gone is that his memo was right about the anti-Trump people in the administration. As we reported prior, McMaster is in deep with Islamists and George Soros-backed organizations. Let's be clear, to Higgins, those dangers that amassed around Lincoln are now amassed around Trump in kind. This brings us to Barack Obama, who is back from vacation and plotting his next political move. It was reported that Obama is in secret meeting with his aides, and he intends on returning to the center stage this fall in what can only be seen as a showdown with Trump. Former President Barack Obama will reemerge on the national scene this fall, though Democrats expect him to do so with caution. One aide describes the beginning of a delicate dance that aims to put Obama in the Democratic fray. Aides are huddling with Obama to plot out what shape the former president's fall schedule will take. Advisors close to him say that he will play an active role in helping his party rebuild, reports The Hill. Yeah, we saw how well he was out there campaigning for Hillary. We saw how well that worked, even with massive voter fraud. So tell Obama to go stay home. So, just as we learn of the dire situation facing President Trump, we have Barack Obama about to formally get back in the mix. Nothing happens in the Washington, D.C. swamp by accident, and Obama's plans are way out of bounds for what former presidents usually do. It's convenient that Obama will be there at center stage in the case of a Trump disaster. Former Breitbart investigative reporter Lee Stranahan, who has been warning about the danger to Trump, has been openly critical of McMaster, and he says he was blown away by the Higgins memo. He is leading the hashtag #FireMcMaster campaign on Twitter. The more this evil is brought out into the light, the less chance it has of any success. Patriots must pray for the president and do all they can in exposing the rats in D.C. to make sure evil doesn't win. So totally true. But Barack Obama can stand on his head outside of the White House. We saw how well it worked for Hillary. Please, you guys are done. They don't even realize it. He just loves the attention. That's all it is. You know, he loves the attention. Basically, that's it. He acts like a cool cat. Tell him to go play some golf like he usually did. Let us know what you think in the comments below. But McMasters has to be fired. He's an evildoer, that guy. Again, I thank you for watching.